Hola culés, welcome to Varsa Volume. My name is Miguel. How good is Nico Williams? This is a tactical breakdown of actually how good is Nico Williams. But before we get started, I need to call out my man Will in the Football Carnage channel and the stream Dave in the Galacticos podcast. They call Nico Williams mid and they call him trash. One thing is to give an objective take about a player who you don't think is a good signing. Another thing is to say that he's actually trash. You don't make the Spain national team and win the Euros by being a trash player. And I am going to expose this take right now. But before we get started, guys, you guys know the drill. Please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts in this channel. I want to see what you think about actually how good Nico Williams is. But let's get into it, shall we?
Here with me on Nico Williams, yeah? Because that guy is just pace and power.
He's mid.
10 times.
He's mid.
Mid?
Yes.
Not even mid, mate. He is under mid, mate. He is absolutely trash, mate.
Okay. Absolutely trash. If Nico Williams is just pace and power, then why was he cooking every defense in La Liga, drawing double teams, including that trash defense that Real Madrid had last season? For real. If you want to talk about trash, Nico Williams had 11 assists, was only second to Lamine Yamal. Nico Williams had the most dribbles, second only to Lamine Yamal. This is the combo that Barcelona is going to have next season. And you guys are talking about trash? The intelligence, timing, technique that this kid creates, the space, even on double teams, the way that he makes others better, all these assists, and sometimes it's not even just the assists. Sometimes it's making the play that's actually worth the goal. Sometimes you get the pre-assist. This kid delivers when it matters most. When it's more important, he's always there. It's kind of like a Lamine Yamal type of player where every big game he comes through. And if he was mid and if he was so trash, Dave, if he was so trash, then why did Bayern Munich was ready to pay 20 million for him? Then why Arsenal and all these European teams are fighting to get this kid? He's still not even a finished product. You want to talk trash? Let's talk about the current state of Vinicius Jr., who's playing like a trash player. He looks freaking tired. He looks heavy. He doesn't even dribble. He freaking dribbles into defenders. And what about Rodrigo? Is Rodrigo a trash player? You want to talk about Rodrigo and how he didn't record an assist and didn't record any goals for like 12 games last season?
Players around him make him look good, yeah? Fabian Ruiz makes him look good when he passes to him. Obviously, you got Pedri.
This is a stupid take, Dave. This is a stupid take.
There, you got a lot of players. You got Yamal, obviously, on the other side, making him look good.
What? He's mentioning that in Spain, the players make him look good. Did you notice, Dave? Did you notice that you mentioned every single player for Barcelona except for Fabian? I'm sorry, is he going to have Lamine Yamal at Barca? Is he going to have Pedri at Barca? Is he going to have Kubarsi at Barca? Is he going to have Balde at Barca? What kind you guys, I don't know what you smoked before this show, bro.
Nico Williams is mid, bro.
Nico Williams is just Spain. That Euros campaign has fooled a lot of people.
Iñaki Williams.
Okay, yeah, I already said that.
This is really good. I like
But
Iñaki
his brother is better than him.
Here with me on.
His brother is... Bro. His brother is better than him, Will. His brother... I'm sorry. What position does he play again? Isn't he a number 9? Spain has been needing a number 9 for 3 years, maybe 4 years. Probably ever since David Villa retired, bro. When was the last time that Iñaki Williams was called for the national team to represent the national, even just to sit on the bench? If this take was so good, then why isn't why isn't Iñaki Williams, who Dave said he's better than him, and they both agree apparently that Iñaki Williams is better than Nico Williams, bro? What is going on? Guys, let's just get into the tactical video because these guys are just smoking something that I don't want to mention here. Okay, guys, so how good is Nico Williams? So, and how well can he fit under the Hansi Flick tactic? This is a Valladolid team who is playing with a line of five in the backfield. So basically, what he's gonna have is just basically 1-on-1. So even in difficult situations where he has two, this is a double mark here, and basically just gonna run away with this defense. So basically, one of the things that make Nico Williams a fantastic player, in my opinion, is his directness. Okay, so he can dribble, he can control himself, he can, this is a very mediocre team on defense, which is Valladolid. They allowed so many goals, but the way he controls, right, and the way he runs over defenders and goes past people, as you can see here, and the way that his finishing abilities are very underrated, in my opinion. I think most people think he can't score, and most people I think it's a little bit like Lamine Yamal. So Lamine Yamal is actually a player who can get much better at finishing. I think Nico Williams is a little bit better than Lamine Yamal when it comes to his finishing abilities, if we're just being honest. So one of the things that are eye-opening to me about Nico is not only that he can play on the left, but he can also play on the right. He can play. He's good on both feet, so he can finish with his left. He can finish with his right. In my opinion, if he ends up at Barcelona, he's going to be facing a lot of low blocks, and we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the backfield. He's going to receive the ball way wide, and what is he gonna do? He's just gonna go. He likes to just confront. He likes to go 1-on-1. He wants to take defenders 1-on-1, and that is something that we were missing in the Inter Milan game with Rafinha. Rafinha is a player who likes to use more speed, more power. He doesn't want to go 1-on-1, or he doesn't really look. He's not really looking to dribble. So this is why Rafinha has a lot of crosses, and he's really great at it because he wants to compensate for those dribbling, lack of dribbling abilities. And look at Nico Williams, and if their defenders are basically not on their game and not pressing him the way that they're supposed to be pressing him, well, he's just going to attack the space, and that's one of the things that Nico Williams can bring. And as you can see right here, that was finishing with his left. The first goal that we showed was finishing on his right. In this play, we're gonna show his versatility. Okay, he's again on the right. What I see on this play right here, we can hardly see it on the screen, and I'm gonna try to move it real quick. We can hardly see him on the screen, but I see Pedri making this pass to Nico Williams on the right when, God forbid, if Lamine Yamal gets injured, or if he wants to just take a rotation day off. This is one of the things we just didn't have with Barca last season, is God forbid Lamine Yamal catch a flu, right? We just couldn't live without a right winger. So this is adds depth, and that's the one thing, you see, that's one thing that Iñaki Williams and Nico Williams are connecting with each other, and that is just one of those things that people don't talk about when Barcelona wants to get Nico Williams, is that Nico Williams can play on the right, Nico Williams can play on the left. I know he's a natural left winger, but he can also cover for Lamine Yamal on the right. Rafinha can cover on the right as well. So there's so much versatility that nobody wants to talk about, and everybody just they want to just take a look at the stats. They want to just say, okay, so he's got 5 goals this season in La Liga, and Lamine Yamal didn't have a lot of goals, but we watch the games, right? We're not watching Bilbao, so we're not really seeing everything that he can do. And Lamine Yamal, it's a perfect example of why we can't just look at the stats. And also the same thing goes for a player, for example, like Pedri. But he's so full of resources. In my opinion, he's got so much game, and a lot of people don't want to admit it. And people like Will, people like Dave, they just they just wish, this is just wishful thinking, okay? They wish that this player is going to fail. They wish that this player wasn't as good, and deep down themselves they wish that Nico Williams wasn't joining Barcelona. Okay, so here once again, what we see a corner kick draw play for Nico Williams to be in stride, and he receives the ball. And let's look at how he gets the pass and doesn't even wait, just doesn't even control the ball. He takes an amazing finish. This is why I think that Nico Williams' finishing abilities are really, really underrated, guys, because as we can see time and time again for Spain, we have seen him with Bilbao. The way that he can finish these plays are just amazing. Like I said, it's a little bit more refined than Lamine Yamal, because Lamine Yamal is so young. He still needs to learn how to finish a little bit better. This is why I want to show this play, is that this is something that, you know, Barcelona will find. This is something that Barcelona will play against almost every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in this area. Nico Williams is going to receive, and one of the things that he does, he knows how to clean up the defense. He knows how to create. He knows how to break, and this is something that he's gonna do with Lewandowski time and time again. And as we can see, that's a goal. See, that's an extremely low block with Barcelona. He's going to have these situations time and time again. And mark my words, he would save Barcelona from a lot of low blocks next season. In having that 2-punch with Lamine Yamal on the right and him on the left, that's what's going to break the defender's back. And that's what Barcelona is looking when they're getting a player like Nico Williams. And a lot of people just don't understand. Rafinha, he's more direct. Rafinha will never break a defense like that, because that's not his game. That's not part of his game. The thing that Rafinha gives you, he's a stop monster, okay? He's going to give you the assists. He's going to give you the goals because he's more of a direct player. And we are about to see now is basically Nico Williams' bread and butter. And that is what he likes to do, one-on-one, where he likes to play really wide, and the resources that he has are just insane to me. Like I don't know why he's being called a trash player. He's the kind of player that likes to start really wide. He likes to start really wide. He will never, you'll never really gonna see him like Rafinha. Okay, so Rafinha likes to play inside a lot, so that's why he's so good at finishing. But no, Nico Williams is the type of player that likes to play extremely wide. And as we're about to see, once he gets to his natural position, then he starts to cook. And once again, there's basically 4 defenders around him. This is against Barcelona, actually. And like I said, we have Lamine Yamal here, we have Araujo, we have 4 players around him, and this is just one of those things that he can do. This is not a goal, but again, we cannot just look at all the goals. We cannot just look at all the stats, right? Sometimes showing plays like this they go a long way towards, you know, kind of identifying the kind of profile that this player is. Again, with Barca, he's going to face a lot of defenses in front of him, and this is one of the things that he's really, really great at, because as we're about to see here, like, we have 3 players in front of him, and what he can do is he can wait, he creates the space. Tell me that this is a trash player, okay? A player who is literally creating space in front of 2 defenders and takes a big shot and just puts it in the back of the net like that. Come on, Will. Tell me that this is a trash player. Dave, come on. Like, I like Dave, okay? I like his takes. I watch his content sometimes. But I usually really agree with him because he's very objective. But to tell me that Nico Williams is trash, what are you smoking, bro? I see Kubarsi making this long play to Nico, and this is just one of the things that Nico Williams knows how to do, and one of the things that he can do. And like I said, guys, he likes taking people inside, people outside. He's not predictable. Look at this goal. I mean, what are we watching here? Like, I'm still waiting to see, like, something that would show me that he's not a great player. Like I said, one of the things that he has a game really, really close. In some attributes, he's very similar to what Lamine Yamal can do, because what you want to do as what you want to be as a winger, your job as a winger isn't necessarily to give an assist. It's not necessarily to score, but you need to break the defensive blocks. That's the main thing. And when you are unpredictable, that means that players don't know if you're going inside, if you're going outside. This is a situation where Nico Williams, he fakes the inside, goes outside, and creates just enough space to make this cross. And what's going to happen? Well, it's going to happen that he's going to get an assist because this player is going to finish, and that's a great goal. So these are just the things that Nico Williams can do, and just his bread and butter. Once again, one-on-one on the wing, really wide. He creates a space inside, and then what? Like I said, guys, he creates these shots out of nowhere. And one of the things that Lamine Yamal will learn how to do a little bit better is just when you have that situation and finish the play. You see that like one-on-one on Nico Williams, when he takes on one defender, basically dribbles past him and then shoots, right? That didn't get the goal, is not going to get the goal every time, but as long as you are creating, you are breaking the defender's backs, sometimes that's all you want to ask from a winger, typically. So we're about to end it right now, but let's look at him on the right once again. Creating all this danger. Then he gives us a pass to Iñaki Williams, who basically just finished the play really, really extremely well. So these are one of the things that Nico Williams can do for you, a little bit like Lamine Yamal. Nico Williams once again on the left, creating all this danger. I see Barcelona time and time again. He can make this for Barca. As you can see, him and Balde are going to have connections like this, where he just literally finds him in stride. He was wide, right? He was really wide because he likes to play really wide. But what does he do? He goes inside to create a little bit more of an unpredictability. And what does he do? He's very good at finishing this type of plays, guys. That's one thing that I love about Nico Williams, is that his directness, and he likes to finish plays. Sometimes I've seen that with Lamine, where it's a little frustrating, but guys, the guy is 17 years old, but sometimes Lamine will do this where he'll dribble past two people and he'll just wait a little bit extra time to wait for somebody to close it out. And sometimes what he needs to do is to dribble past two guys and to try to be more direct and try to shoot. This is something that Messi does. He used to do this extremely well, that he used to dribble 1-2 people and then just looking to score. And that is the one thing that I love from Nico Williams, to be just really honest with you. So this is, once again, guys, look at how many defenders in the box, and Nico Williams is going to attack and just finds the spacing, and somehow, some way, always creates room, and he likes to take shots from outside the box. It's something that I love, because Barcelona really lacks players who want to shoot from outside the box. And the few times where Lamine did this, great things happen, and sometimes Fermin as well. But as you see, Rafinha does it sometimes, but we lack so much just shooting from outside the box, and it's just something that I feel that we can be better at. All right, so we're gonna end with this last two plays from Nico Williams. This is with the national team, right? Do you guys see Pedri or Frankie de Jong sending a long pass to Nico Williams in stride, and then just finish his finishing abilities? And then now this is something that will come into fruition, which is basically Lamine, starting the play from the right wing, basically goes inside, and he just creates the space. He finds Nico Williams in stride, and there's Nico Williams to finish the goal. Guys, come on. The fact that there's some people out there saying that Nico Williams is a trash player, I have no idea what they're talking about, because honestly, guys, being a really consistent dribbler and creating space for others and just creating room to attack, that doesn't happen just out of nowhere. And he combines well with overlapping fullbacks. Just imagine, okay, Alejandro Balde and the combination that he is going to have with Nico Williams. They're going to have so much fun. And I know it's hard for other people who don't watch Barcelona, who think, who think that, this is not going to work, because that's what a lot of Real Madrid fans do too. Real Madrid, they just look at the stats. They want a sure thing. They don't want to take a risk on anything. And to be quite frankly, I've never heard a Madrid content creator call Vinicius trash. I've never heard somebody call Rodrigo trash. So the fact that they're already calling Nico Williams trash, what else can we expect? There's no objectivity. There's no sense of analyzing the game really, or watching film or watching a video like this to figure out, what are the qualities and what are the weaknesses of a certain player. And I'll end with this. If he ends up at Barcelona, I want Nico Williams to stay mid so that he can cook Trent Alexander-Arnold for lunch in the next El Clásico, and he can cook the whole entire Real Madrid backline. I am going to be laughing at I'm going to be laughing at Dave just so much harder.